After over a century of dominance, one of America's most iconic car makers is now in trouble. Once known for building the future, Ford is now struggling to keep up with it. Its electric vehicle division has posted billions in losses. Production delays, software bugs, and mass recalls have shaken investor confidence. And even its legendary truck lineup is starting to lose ground. For years, Ford led with size, strength, and tradition. But today, tradition isn't enough. Not when Tesla, Rivian, and BYD are redefining what a car can be and doing it faster. Ford is caught in the middle. Too big to pivot quickly, too slow to lead the EV revolution, and too late to stop the decline of its legacy gas-powered lineup. It's not just about selling fewer cars, it's about falling behind in a race they helped start. The brand that once put America on wheels is now at risk of being left behind by it. It all began in 1903 when Henry Ford founded the Ford Motor Company with a mission: to build a car the average American could afford. Just 5 years later, that dream came true with the Model T, a vehicle so efficient, so simple to produce, it transformed transportation forever. By perfecting the moving assembly line, Ford slashed production time from 12 hours to just 90 minutes. The results were explosive. By the 1920s, over half of all cars in the world were Fords. But it wasn't just about cars. It was about power. Ford paid higher wages, built entire communities around its factories. It became a symbol of American industrial might. And that momentum didn't stop. The Mustang defined muscle. The F-150 became the best-selling truck in America. For generations, Ford wasn't just a brand. It was part of the family. But the industry was changing. Technology was rising. Environmental pressure was building. Foreign competitors were catching up. And while others began adapting to the future, Ford kept looking in the rearview mirror. Ford's problems didn't begin with electric vehicles, but EVs exposed them. For years, the company battled rising warranty costs, inconsistent quality control, and lagging innovation. Reports of breakdowns, recalls, and poorly executed tech began to pile up. And as other brands leaned into sleek software, Ford's systems felt clunky and outdated. Internally, Ford struggled to balance two worlds: the legacy of gas-powered dominance and the pressure to electrify everything. It was a split identity. One foot in the past, one foot in the future, and no clear roadmap forward. Then came the missteps. The Mustang Mach-E arrived late and over budget. The F-150 Lightning, Ford's flagship electric truck, saw production delays, scaling problems, and demand slowdowns. Meanwhile, Tesla cut prices, Rivian grabbed attention, and Ford's strategy felt reactive, not visionary. Leadership shifted priorities again and again. Mass layoffs, factory shakeups, EV plans restructured, then restructured again. Ford wasn't adapting. It was scrambling. And the longer it scrambled, the more it lost the thing that made it powerful in the first place: trust. Ford isn't dead, but it's in a fight for survival. In recent years, the company has poured billions into electric innovation. It split its business into two: Ford Blue for gas and Ford Model E for EVs, hoping to modernize without losing its roots. It's launched new battery plants, partnered with tech firms, promised to catch up to Tesla. But so far, the numbers tell a tougher story. EV losses keep growing, consumer demand is shifting unevenly. And the question isn't just whether Ford can build electric vehicles, it's whether it can build them better, faster, and cheaper than the competition. Because in the EV war, nostalgia doesn't sell. Still, Ford has something no startup does: scale, global infrastructure, decades of brand loyalty. If it can focus, execute, and rebuild, trust it might still lead again. But that window is closing. The automotive world is evolving fast, and giants don't get second chances. They get replaced. The company that once put the world on wheels is now racing to prove it still belongs on the road. And this time, there's no room to stall. Ford helped invent the modern automobile. It gave the world affordable transportation. It built factories, cities, careers, and a legacy that shaped generations. But legacy isn't enough anymore. In a world of AI, battery breakthroughs, and direct-to-consumer speed, being historic doesn't make you competitive. Being big doesn't make you unstoppable. And being first doesn't guarantee you won't finish last. Ford isn't the only car company struggling, but it's one of the few with everything to lose. And what happens next will decide more than just its future. It'll decide if old giants can survive in a new world. If this video opened your eyes, like it, subscribe, and drop a comment. Can Ford bounce back, or is the road ahead already too far gone? We've got more stories like this coming from fallen giants to modern disruptors, and the real strategies behind success and collapse. Hit the bell and don't miss what's next.